Hyena here, and today I'm starting a new series called How to Become a Big Furry YouTuber.
Well, you got the suit, now you want the views. This is how to get big on a furry YouTube.
Now, for anyone watching this channel for the first time, I am a furry, which is a big art, costuming, and creative community. I have a hyena suit with a giant head, which is my persona, my own custom character, and I try to do a ton of furry conventions a year. Last year I think I did about 10, which is where all my disposable income goes. Now, one of the things that I am known for in the furry community is having a YouTube channel and putting out furry YouTube content, and the most commonly asked question I get now when people come up and say hi at conventions or at meets or even online is, how do I get started as a furry YouTuber? But really what people are asking is, how do I become a big furry YouTuber like you? Now, this series is going to be a bit more advice-based. It's not a how to become a big deal like me. By far, I am not the biggest furry YouTuber. By far, I don't have the most views per video. But what I can offer to all of you budding furry YouTubers is some advice that I've learned over my 2 years in this ecosystem that could really help you launch your YouTube channel if that's something that you want to do. Now, this video is going to be a little bit more serious or straightforward than some of my other videos. On my channel, you'll often see a lot of skits, memes, vlogs, and shitposts, but because I promised people another video for this month, and it's the 28th today, I thought I'd come out with a little bit of advice. And I thought in today's video, I would talk about how to get started. So the first question I'd like to ask you, budding furry YouTuber, is why do you want to become a big furry YouTuber? Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have a platform and an audience and a lot of people that will watch your videos, but do understand that having a big audience on furry YouTube is something that often takes a lot of time. Now, I did start furry YouTube 2 years ago, but I started on the YouTube platform back in 2006, and I've been uploading videos to YouTube since 2006. You know how many subscribers my first YouTube channel has? 9. And that's since 2006. So that's like 1 new subscriber a year. So if you are in it solely to have a big following, nothing wrong with that. But bear in mind that these things often don't happen overnight unless you're Joanna Sedia. Reference! And that you should really enjoy the craft because making YouTube videos does take a lot of work, unless you're me. Now, personally, why did I start making YouTube videos? Since my early teens, I've been putting out content on the internet, whether it's Newgrounds animations, stop motion animations, short videos and films I made, YouTube videos, fan fictions. Ooh, you are not finding out my username for that. So for me, making content is almost like a need. It's something that I do anyways. So the fact that I do have a big audience is like the icing on the cake. It's wonderful, it's great, but even if I had 50 subscribers, I would still be having the same amount of passion and enthusiasm for making YouTube videos as I did back in 2007 when I get 10 views for a YouTube video. Now, something I do get a lot at conventions is, hey Nos, I want to start a YouTube channel, but I don't know how to get started. And believe me, bud, you and I are in the same boat. Now, some YouTuber friends of mine are just like full of ideas and they have pages and pages of videos that they can make on the drop of a hat. With me, I usually have no idea what I'm going to film until like 15 minutes before I hit record on the camera. But one tidbit of advice I have for coming up with ideas for a video is follow the fun. So if you have a suit head and you thought of a cool song to dance to, go and dance to that song. If you're an artist and you have a fun idea for a challenge, go draw that thing. If you're having fun making videos, people will see that, and that is one of the things that will draw people to subscribe to your channel. And actually for me, one of the things I do like to do, which I don't do very often on this channel, is give advice. I love giving advice to people who ask. And now, I talked about fun just a second ago, but if you're not feeling emotionally, mentally, physically 100%, but you still want to make a video, then I'd say follow what's real. Some of my funnier videos have actually been born out of a bad mood or a sad mood, and if you can find a way to convert that energy into something that people will find entertaining or engaging, it's like group therapy, it's like cathartic for everyone. And one other tip that I just came up with is to use your surroundings. Did you just get a Switch? Unbox that Switch. Do you have a cool place that you're going to or a meet that you're going to this weekend? Go and film it. One strong opinion I have about creating content is it's not so much about reinventing the wheel, it's about having fun with it and creating the video in a way that makes you really satisfied with the end product. Which leads me on to step number 3, filming the video. Now this is another really commonly asked question I get in terms of starting a YouTube channel. Like, what do I film with? Do I need a camera? Do I need a fancy mic? Do I need a fancy lighting setup? Well, I am here to tell you that I started with a setup that was free. And when I say that, I mean I used my camera phone, which I already owned, and I used a free editing software that I still use to this day called iMovie. And there's plenty of free programs on PC that you can edit your videos on as well. There are virtually no barriers to you starting your own YouTube channel. Just use what you have, and if you really find that you're enjoying what you're doing, then you can simply just upgrade over the years like I have. So I started on this camera, and then I had another camera. It's gonna appear in my hands. And I just bought a Canon camera as a Black Friday special, and I'm still using free editing software. Now, as you can see, I don't have a very fancy setup. In fact, my setups are incredibly ratchet. Like, look at this. This is supposed to be a white background, but I don't have any white around, so I literally just have put up towels and shirts. You don't need to be super fancy, just go ahead and make things. Which leads me on to the next step, which is finding your style. Now, a question I get asked fairly often is, hey Nos, if I make this video, are people gonna like it? If I do this, are people going to like it? Well, if you haven't put any video content out on the internet, you're going to have to do something called experiment. Now, some people might be very good at art videos. Take someone like Zillion, for example. Zillion has amazing artistic skills and can make really cool drawing-based videos at the drop of a hat. Now, me, if I was trying to make an art video, I don't think very many people would watch it. I don't have any formal art training. I don't think I've been proud of something I've drawn since about the age of 10. What I'm getting at is finding the style of video that works for you, take some experimentation, and some self-awareness. The only way that you'll find what works for you is by going out and trying a bunch of things, and then seeing what is the most rewarding to you. And you also have to decide what the most rewarding thing is. Is it purely views and feedback, or is it about enjoying the process? Or maybe a combination of both. Some of my favorite videos I've made have been the ones that haven't done as well as others. And I think a really overarching theme about starting a furry YouTube channel is, what are you trying to get out of it? Obviously, everyone would love the perks that comes with having a big platform. Like, I would love 1 million subscribers and that comes along with it. But honestly, the way that I look at YouTube is it's a marathon and not a sprint. If you want to be doing YouTube for a very long time, such as myself, you've got to make sure that you're enjoying what you're doing. And finding the pace that works for you comes with a lot of experimentation. And I know that longer videos tend to do better in terms of the YouTube algorithm, but I also think it's better to have videos to put out than have writer's block and sit around waiting for that perfect idea, which I have done in the past. Now, I've got one more step in today's first video about how to become a big furry YouTuber, which is posting and promoting your videos. Now, a big part of becoming a big furry YouTube is getting that distribution for your content. And the way that you distribute your content is you really put yourself out there. Now, I think one of the hardest parts of any YouTuber's journey is getting that first 10, 20, 50, 100 subscribers, because in a large part you are one of the new kids on the block. So a way to grow this initial audience, in my opinion, is to network. If you're putting out fursuiting videos, go and look at other small fursuiting YouTube channels and go and watch and comment on their stuff. Who knows, they might sub back to you. And if you have followers on Twitter or Furry Amino or Facebook or whatever furry sites you're on, go put it out there. I used to be a little shy about self-promotion, but the way that I think about it now is, you might be able to make someone else's day by sharing your video. You might be able to make new friends. So go and get active on other people's channels, big and small, because that is a way to bring in new people to your page. And just as a little tidbit, people who do get top comment on bigger furry YouTubers' videos, they often have people go check out the page and even subscribe to them, so it helps to be active on other furry YouTubers' videos, and it also helps to engage your audience. So this is the last mini tip. If anyone comments on your video, please go and thank them. Please give their comment a heart. They took time out of their day to go and say hi to you. So give them thanks, because who knows, they might become a subscriber. They might end up being a long-time fan of yours. And still to this day, even with 80,000 subscribers, every time I post a new video, I spend at least an hour going through the comments, hearting, liking, and commenting, because to be real, without all of you people watching this video, my channel couldn't grow. So please give back. That's one of the most important steps to getting started and maintaining an audience, is to engage with your community. So those are just some nice little tidbits of advice for anyone who is interested in starting a furry YouTube channel and becoming a big furry YouTuber. And I just want to clarify this at the end. The reason why I say big furry YouTuber is because a lot of people want to have an audience. Like, I would love to have 1 million subscribers. That'd be great, because then YouTube obviously would become my full-time job and I would be making like pretty decent money, I assume. But if you just want to make furry YouTube videos because you just enjoy the art and you love making it, go ahead and make it. Don't let anyone stop you from doing what you want to do. And if you're the sort of person that has their day made by one person liking or commenting on your videos, you're obviously very content with what you're doing, so just keep doing it. Now, one other thing I didn't talk about is the fursuit or no fursuit question. Now, I think one of the barriers to people starting a furry YouTube channel is they might not be out as a furry to their friends and family yet. This might be a secret hobby of yours. So there's a few ways around it. If you have a fursuit head, you can hide your face. It's great. No one's gonna really know who you are. But even if you don't have a fursuit head, there's still other ways that you can make a YouTube channel without showing your face. So a lot of gaming channels these days don't actually show the face of the channel owner. So if you're into something that can be visually shown on the screen, such as gaming, or you do art, or you have art of your persona that can act as your avatar instead of a human face, that's a great way to get around the showing your face question. Now, some people also ask me, hey, I don't have a fursuit head. Can I be a furry YouTuber? Firstly, you can be a furry and you can be a furry YouTuber. And clearly there is interest in non-fursuiting content on YouTube because, I mean, hey, you watched this all the way, didn't you? So I'm going to call it for the first part of how to become a big furry YouTuber. I've had this Hyena channel for the last 2 years. I think I've learned a lot of stuff over the course of this journey. I still have an incredibly ratchet setup. Like, look at this. Look at this set. Look at it. Oh, I just broke a coat hanger. Look at this. My channel is not remotely professional or polished. I do put a lot of work into the editing at times, but I just try and have a lot of fun with it. And I still use a free editing software. And I would say half the people on furry YouTube, including people who have very small channels, have more expensive equipment and or a better setup than me. So if I can do it and have an audience, by the way, I think having 100 subscribers is a really big audience. If you think about it, you could fill a panel room of all of your subscribers, and that would be a ton of people. Like, if 100 people showed up to a birthday party, that's tons! And a bunch of you already have 100 subscribers on your channel. I think what I'm going to talk about next video in this series is the mindset of being a YouTuber. Things like how to deal with haters, how to deal with self-doubt, writer's block, all of those good things. How to deal with fame. And that's all I can really think about for this video. Also, I'm just... I think one of my favorite things to do is talk about myself. Vain YouTuber. But one thing you've probably noticed about my channel is that no two videos are really the same. And I guess I'm living proof that there's no formula for doing furry YouTube. You just kind of have to go and do it. Have fun with it, do what you like, and with enough experience and expertise, people will come. It really is a build it and they will come approach. Okay, that's today's video. Shout out to my super secret patrons. Thank you so much for watching. Next video is going to be way more fursuity, and I will catch you next time. Yay!